Hey everyone, and it's began. My own very Johnny and Amber story coming out. Or, well, a very tame version. Not as bad as Johnny and Amber. Well, one of my relationships. Yeah, Paul, I'm sorry. Like I say, you've triggered me, big time. I'm getting all sorts flooding back now. I didn't want this to happen, but obviously it has. The story's coming out now. Yeah, if you remember back to the last, or remember like to the last time, it's funny what you can remember and what you can't. I mean, you remember that I came over. You remember that I was fully dressed. I'm not quite sure if I did sleep over or not. I'll have to look at my messages just to recall if I did or not. I can't recollect. I might have a recollection of going in the morning, but I really can't remember that. Possibly, maybe not. I'm not sure, but like I say, I'll have to look. Yes, you gave me a guitar, which unfortunately I couldn't keep. I've not sold it, like I said I wouldn't. I've passed it on to Jade. Yeah, she doesn't go by Dion anymore. She changed her name to Jade. Yeah, basically because of the memories that come with it, I had to pass it on. But yeah, thank you very much. You know, you saw a bit of talent in me, and that's why you passed it over to me. You know, and for encouragement. I did start using it, but it was just too much. I just couldn't have it around the house anymore, just for the memories. So I've passed it on. Like I said, I would do. I told you I wouldn't sell it, and I haven't. Because you asked me not to. You know, this is the respect that I do have for you. And this is why, you know, when you turn around and you say that I cheated on you, I didn't. I didn't at all. We were split up. When I went to that rally, we'd been split up for 2 weeks, and even when I went to that rally, I didn't even sleep with anyone. So, you know, you can get that out of your head. I wish you would. You've used that as a to manipulate me, or I see it as a manipulation. You've accused me of doing things when I haven't. It's the same as you say that I went up to Scotland. Yes, I did. Now, that hadn't been planned when I come over to see you. That was after. And if you remember, you blocked me after a very nasty sort of comment. You know, like I say, I've got all these messages from years ago. I don't delete them. They're everywhere on my phones. So, you know, I can scroll back and I can go and have a look and just refresh my memory, but I don't want to. You know, you accuse me of a lot of things I didn't do. And this is what I'm on about with how you trigger me. But you know, I've made videos and I've said things, and that's triggered you. You know, obviously for this response that you've given on my last video. No, I'm not going to unblock you on Facebook, and quite frankly, I am beginning to think that I'm going to have to block you on here as well, because it's not healthy for me or healthy for you. It was you that told me that you had anger issues when I come to see you that time. Because you said it was what your stroke was all about, what your doctor had told you, you know? Was that bullshit? This is how my head gets fucked up, you know? I can't cope with stuff like this. I need to know God honest truths. I cannot have lies. I cannot have twisted lies, twisted truths. I can't have that. I've been fighting against that for my life. And it's what fucks me up. And quite frankly, I'm here now, I'm shaking like a fucking leaf. I want to burst into tears. And it's fucking horrible. You know, this is how you make me feel. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. It's fucking horrible. You know, I have to deal enough in my life. I'm trying to get over the shit I've already got over, you know, I've already been through in my life. And then you decide that you want to pop up again and drag all this up. I know that this is it. You might not want to do it intentionally, but this is what happens. This is the offset of a trigger, you know? This is what happens. I'm trying not to get angry. I'm trying not to get upset. And I can't help it. I'm quivering all over. You can hear it in my voice. It's fucking horrible. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. I've not felt like that for a while. And it's horrible. But I know that this is a test for me, that it's a test for me to stand up and speak my truth. Because I've not done this to you, or I've tried in the past, but it still gets twisted and turned. So I'm saying it to you, and I'm saying it to the fucking world. This is horrible. Stop it. You have your version of truths. I have my version. I can go back and I can quote these things to you exactly, and you still twist it. You still try and make out that I was horrible to you, and I wasn't. I have my triggers. I run away. This is why I left. This is why I split up with you. And you still said that I was cheating on you after I was split up with you. You know, where's the sense in that? Why are you telling me now that you never had anger issues when you told me that you did? You know, this is going to fuck anybody's head up. That day that I came over, the last time that I came over, if you remember, because it's strange that you do remember stuff but you don't remember other things, you know, you pick and choose. But yeah, it would have been, it was a day of a vote, and we both voted Labour. It was the first time I actually voted, actually. I'd never voted in my life, but my back was that up, and I registered to vote, and I went and voted. And you said you'd voted as well, and asked me to come over. So I came over. You said that you'd pay for my taxi fare, which you never did. Yeah, and we had a smoke, and I think we had a drink. And if you remember, you said that you wanted to go upstairs because you was feeling sore and uncomfortable, and we went and laid on your double bed, and you tried it on, and I said no. That's not what I come here for. That's why I stayed fully dressed. And to be honest, this is why I think I went home, because I would have felt uncomfortable, very uncomfortable after that. I wouldn't have known what to do. Now, normally, yeah, I would have let you have done that. I would have let you have taken advantage, because I wouldn't have known what to do. And I would have been in a state of fight, flight, or play dead. And I would have played dead, you know? This is what happens. But I never did that. And that was the first time that I've actually said no to somebody. And that was a big thing for me. A fucking big thing. And I'm not going to let you turn it into something that it wasn't, you know? We weren't together. When you're accusing me of sleeping with someone, we weren't together. I never slept with him in any way. I know exactly who you're going on about. And as for going up to Scotland, you didn't even know I was going up to Scotland. You saw on Facebook. I didn't tell you because it wasn't even arranged before that. You know? These are all the thoughts that go on in my head, and it affects me daily, you know? Since you've come onto the scene, you know, I like I said in the other video, I put it down to maybe it was Father's Day, maybe it was disappointment, but they're gone. The only thing that's remaining is you, and my feelings are still remaining. This anxiety, this panic is still remaining. And it's not for the fact of my dad's dead and it was the first Father's Day that I've missed. first Father's Day without him. And it's not the fact of these appointments, because there's nothing to worry about all of them. And I've got over my dad, And the only thing that's left that's triggering me is you. And I've got to stop these triggers, because you've just seen how I've reacted to just talking about this, and I've asked you not to comment. I can't stop your comments, it's freedom of speech. But, like I say, you trigger me left, right and centre, just your name, and it's not just for that moment, it's for days after. It carries on. It has an effect. It has a bad effect. And I've moved on from that, and I don't want to stay in that situation anymore. And this is why you will not get unblocked from Facebook. And to be quite frankly honest, I'd like you to watch this video. I'd like you not to respond, because I don't really want a response from you. These are just my thoughts. I mean, I know that I'm triggering you into a response. You want to defend yourself. Of course you do, But defend yourself in the right way, Fucking be a man and speak truth. Don't just fucking twist shit again. I'm trying to be kind and trying to be nice, but it's... You're poking. You're poking big style, And by poking, you're getting this sort of response from me, which is triggering you. And no doubt you're going to fucking put a response, because that's the person you are, There was no violence or anything like that in our relationship. No, it was all anger, and it was all accusations. You get angry if I talk to people, talk to men, so I stopped. And then there was one man that you'd like me talking to, which I hated talking to, and I couldn't grasp my head around that one. Maybe you can't remember that, but I fucking certainly can. A certain person, he used to be quite happy for me to talk to him, and I never liked talking to him. He wasn't the sort of person I'd like to talk to. It was very strange, very strange. Daft. I still can't get my head around that. But see, this is something I'd forgotten about, and it's been triggered into memory again, And there's lots of other things that are getting triggered into memory, And to be honest, if I don't mean to be horrible, but this is just God's honest truth, and I need to be truthful with you, Paul. To be honest, if my head was in the state that it is now, we would never have had a relationship. I would never have come on to you. I would never have flirted with you. I would never have wanted a relationship with you. You're not the sort of person that I need to be in a relationship with. You're not the sort of person that I need a friendship with. You make me ill. I make you ill, Whether you want to acknowledge that or not, that's not for me to do, but I've spent years trying to figure people out for my own benefit, for my own safety, for my own health. And unfortunately, you're one of those people I need to stay away from, mentally and physically. So any little fucking trigger, like I say, your name. There's even a fucking fashion name out there, Paul Smith, it always reminds me of you. There was an ex-boyfriend that, when I mentioned that too, so shit, I suppose I can't wear my Paul Smith t-shirt now. And I was like, no, you carry on, but, this is what's going to happen, I'm quite happy for people to trigger me, it's in certain aspects. I know that sounds strange, but fucking, I can't control every bastard fucking trigger, I can't control somebody wearing a t-shirt with Paul Smith on it, or fucking my mate having the same name as my mother, my daughter being born on the same day as my abuser's birthday, I can't control those sorts of things, but I can get over them, I can handle them, I can cope with them, but the more they're out of my sight, out of sight, out of mind. You know, it's a fucking wonderful thing for me. It really is. It's been my way forward of healing, out of sight, out of mind. With the closest of people in my life, you know, people I love, I've moved away from. And it's hard. It's fucking hard. But yeah, love is different for everyone. The version of love that I want, I've never had. The version of love everybody's given me, well, not everybody, I can't say everybody, obviously there has been decent people that have given me and shown me proper love, very few and far between, but yeah, there are people out there that have shown me proper love, but the majority of them, the love is twisted, it's fucked up, completely fucked up, their version of love, what it is. They think it's love, but it's not. It's manipulation, it's toxic, it's triggering, it's triggering all the bad ways. You know, with friends and family and loved ones, you shouldn't have to argue and feel shit all the time, be put on guilt trips because you've wanted a bit of fun, you know, or you've been triggered and you've run off, you know. You don't need to feel fucking shit when you already feel shit. And I don't need you making me feel shit for stuff that there was no need to feel shit about. You know, it's toxic behaviour. And I know this is going to trigger you, like, fuck, you're going to want to fucking, you really are going to want to retaliate. I know you are. And this is why you want me to take you off Facebook, you know, unblock you on Facebook. Just so you can set us, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You can sit there and you can just keep your opinions to yourself. I know your opinions. I've heard them over and over and over again. What you think of me, what you perceive that I've done to you. You know, I mean, there may have been one incident in the whole of our experience that I was close to cheating on you. And the fact that I was absolutely, or the pair of us was absolutely that pissed and stoned that we couldn't even do anything. That was the only reason I didn't cheat on you, yes. But no, as far as physical contact, intercourse with another man, I've never done that. No. And you take that to the bank. Whether you believe me or not, you know, that's up to you, you know. Just let it go. It's just a false, fucked up bit of shit that doesn't need to be in any of our brains. It really doesn't. You know, and I can go on and on and on and on and on and pick out everything in the relationship, you know. And you can keep coming back with comments, and I shall carry on putting them into the day of light, you know, what it did to me, what you twisted, the lies that you made up, or the thoughts that you thought was happening, you know, your own insecurities, your own fears, they all played the part, not me. You know, I was just a catalyst for it, you know. And it's not just me that you've done it with. I know you've done it with other people, you know, exactly the same things. So, and I know that these other people are empaths. You know, so you can't try and convince me that what you did was right, what you thought was true, when it's just complete bollocks, you know. And I am an empath, and I don't want to hurt people, and I don't want to hurt your feelings. But I've got to be truthful, you know. I've got to fucking stand up and be truthful at last. I've let people walk over me for my whole life, and I'm not going to do it anymore. You know? I don't like making videos like this because to me it sounds like I'm just being nasty. because this isn't me. This isn't the person that I am. I don't like being like this. I don't like being defensive. I don't like feeling upset and angry, frustrated, that my voice still isn't being heard by you. But you won't be able to, it's just the way that your brain is, I'm not saying because of the stroke, I'm saying beforehand, Yeah, there's just too many coincidences with the toxic behaviour for it not to be, and I don't want to speak nasty about anybody, especially face to face. It's hard for me to open up like this, to talk to somebody like this, an ex-partner, family members and things like that, because I don't get heard, I don't get seen, it gets twisted. There's more shit added, more lies added, and I'm sure that this will escalate into something completely different if I let it. And I'm not going to let it. This is the final fucking straw. I've asked you nicely not to comment, because it triggers. I've told you what it does to me, and asked you not to comment. And yeah, you've been triggered by me, and you've commented, an eye for an eye, type thing. This is what it's going to continue into, and it's going to escalate, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse. I'm not going to let it, and I know this is what you want. You're getting your little bit of feed off of this, whether it's good or bad. You don't care. You're getting acknowledgement from me. This is what you've wanted for years, and this is the last that you're going to get. 3 strikes and you're out. You've had your 3 strikes. Now you're out. And never to come back again. I don't know how. I'm going to have to look into it. But yeah, I shall leave this video up for... Well, I shall leave it up for indefinitely, really. But I shall not block you, I shall say, until yeah, this is sadistic side of Kaz. This is about as sadistic as I go nowadays. This I don't see it as sadistic. I see it as trying to get my point across, trying to teach, trying to show others the lengths that you need to go to stop this happening. Now, when I first saw Paul's name pop up on my screen, I knew what it was going to turn out like. I've even messaged my friend, he's a mutual friend of ours, and just said, this is my prediction, and this is what I'll do with it. And yeah, I did say that this is what would happen. It would get more and more, and you wouldn't be able to stay away, which you won't, Paul. You won't be able to not comment, because that's the sort of person you are. This is going to get you back up to fuck, and I know it is, and I'm sorry if it does. I'm not doing it to be evil, to be nasty to you. I need to show you what it does to me, and I can't type all this down. There's just not enough fucking space on my phone or on Messenger to type all this shit down and get it out. So video's the best way. It's fucking horrible. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I hate being like this. I hate having to do this. But I have to do it for my own mental health. And in the end, it's for your own mental health, Paul. And I know I'm waffling on and I'm going from one thing to another, because my brain's going everywhere at the moment. I don't know what to focus on. I don't know what to concentrate on. But it's I know it's a test from the universe as well, because it was exactly what I was saying the other week. Predicted all this. Well, the other day, that, I've not been around this sort of thing for such a long time. And I don't know, maybe I've manifested it myself, you know. I've not been around anything stressful for a long time, so I don't know how I'd handle it. So this is how I'm handling it. um, I am handling it better than I have in the past. I mean, yeah, normally in the past this probably would have sent me sideways. Especially with the drinking on Father's Day, you know, I would have drank both the bowls and I probably would have ended up fucking trying to do something bad to myself. But no. I think this is a better way forward. Actually opening up and talking about it instead of taking it out on myself and hiding away. Finding my voice, like survivors do. We have to. I mean, we can talk to our abusers until we're blue in the face. And when I say abusers, abuse comes in all sorts of different ways. I don't mean battering, even though it can mean that. From my aspect, it's more on a mental side than the physical. I can't cope with mental abuse. Being angry to me is mental abuse. Guilt tripping me is mental abuse. Twisting things is mental abuse. Withholding truth is mental abuse. Twisting facts is mental abuse. You know, being derogative is domestic abuse. Accusations, false accusations is mental abuse and domestic abuse. I think, see, it all mingles into one, you know, this is the thing. And yeah, you might not be able to see it, Paul, but that's what it is. And I know it's not just me that you've done it to. I mean, if it was just me that you've done it to, I could forgive it, you know, maybe there was something there that, you know, that I had done, or, you know, not that I can think of anything other than, you know, the reactions to my own mental illness. You know, that I never did anything out of spite. You know, even that major thing wasn't out of spite, you know. It was a shock. Fucking shock. It shouldn't have happened. And you know it shouldn't have happened, and it did. And my head wasn't in the right place to deal with something like that, and that's why I made the choice that I did. And also, I never wanted to be attached to you in any way, shape or form. Simply because of our relationship mentally, you know. No, I couldn't have that. No, and that's why I did what I did. And that was hard. That was the fucking hardest thing. You know exactly what I'm going on about. See, and that was the whole aspect of that was toxic, completely toxic, from start to finish. And it might be something that I might bring out in the future. It might be something I need to talk about. But you're not going to be here to know about that. This is for me to deal with in the way that I see fit. Very much so, you know. I need to take control. I need to keep control of my own brain, my own thoughts, my own actions, my own responsibilities. And I'm not having somebody like you come in and start triggering me willingly, because you've been told not to. I've been asked not to, because, you know, it can end in suicide. And like I say, 3 strikes and you're out. You've had your 3rd strike now. You're quite willing to push those buttons for me. So to me, that's dangerous. To me, you know, you'd be willing to push the buttons even more. You're showing that just by replying. After I've told you, you know, this is what happens. You know, you keep pushing, I'm going to take it out on myself. I'm going to start self-harming. I'm going to retreat into my house. I'm not going to talk to people. Stop doing YouTube videos. In fact, you stopped me replying yesterday after I made that video because I felt bad for making the video. I started getting all sorts of panic. Oh, God, what's he going to think? What's he going to think? Oh, no, going back to the old Kaz. And I'm not doing that again. You're setting off these triggers and I can feel them. And I refuse for you to do it anymore. Because in doing so, to me, you may as well just be putting a knife into my brain, and spinning it around a bit, fucking it up. Because that's what you're doing just by your presence. You might not be able to grasp it. I'm sure a lot of other people will that have been through this sort of thing. But yeah, I think it's time for me to finish this video. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video up. I'm going to leave this video up, yeah. But I'm going to not block you on here. I'll give you I don't know, a couple of days. I'm sure you'll probably see it as soon as it goes up, but I'll leave it a couple of days. And then you will be blocked. I hope you don't actually contact me in that time. If you do, well, you'll be blocked straight after. So I'll know you've seen the video. You've seen my thoughts and the reasons why I'll be cutting you off completely. And I hope you have a nice life. I don't wish you any bad. I hope you get better, mentally. And I'm not sure how much you can get better from your stroke, but I hope, you heal from your traumas, whatever they may be. Yeah, and have a nice life. To the rest of my viewers, I am very sorry about that. Yeah, you won't be seeing that side of me again, hopefully. Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of you might be triggered by this, because it might remind you of your own sort of experiences, so I am very sorry. But yeah, this is what it's like. For those who don't know, this is how it feels to be in a... Well, it's not even a toxic relationship. I've not spoken to him for such a long time, and this is how the past can trigger your present, and this is why it's so important to stay away from people like this when you've had it in your life for so long.